Hi, Aries, and this is your December 2015 love forecast with me. This is Heart Divine. Um, for Aries, this December is quite of a challenging month, but this is really more because a lot of Aries tends to go to the extreme. It's like I kind of feel that it's like they either do nothing or they do go all out to everything that they do. And sometimes it's really more of a Scorpio kind of an action, but I kind of feel that Aries is really more of, you know, they're very impulsive. While Scorpios are impulsive as well, there is a slight difference because there are times wherein some Scorpios does things at the right moment at the right time. But this is because of their intuition, they're following into what they are sensing, they're feeling those kinds of things. But with Aries, I kind of feel that when they lose control, they really lose control. And, this is really more of a sign and a warning to not be too pushy in a situation and try not to risk a lot of things. It could be that, you are already at the end of your ropes in a relationship or in a situation that you are betting on one thing. You're betting to do an action and certain thing or whatever situation that you are in. And you're wanting to bet all that you have in that for that relationship or situation. But all at the same time, again, this is not really a time for you to go and risk things. It's not really advisable for Aries. But I kind of feel that a lot of Aries will feel that they need to do something this month. They would feel that there's just something that they cannot let go. And, it drives them to want to do something this month. But I kind of feel that if you handle this the wrong way, this could backfire on you. So it will not really have that kind of outcome or effect that you want things to happen according to your plan. So it will not really work according to how you want things to end up with. So you might find yourself feeling really blocked for December, and there's a sense of you really giving in to depression. But this is really more because I kind of feel that you are becoming the thought patterns that I'm picking up is really becoming really more negative, and how you see things in your situation or relationship is not exactly in the right manner. I kind of feel that your intuition is not really working in your favor. So it could be, for example, you're wanting to go to a casino and wanted to bet on something. You are at the point of your life wherein you're feeling very lucky, but you just think that you are feeling lucky. But the reality is you might just lose a lot of money. So it has that same concept even in terms of how you deal with your partner, your situation, whatever you're going through right now. So there is a need to be very cautious on things. Really, really think first before you act and really make sure that you know all the informations, you have all the facts that you need to know before you actually make the necessary actions that you need to do. So that is really basically what this month is about for a lot of Aries. And I kind of feel that it has a lot to do with burdens in their relationship because I kind of feel that they have been, there's something that they're not happy about in their relationship. And this is the time we're in. It makes me feel that they are at a time of their life wherein they are more ready now to face the truth. It's really more of, if you are the type of person who tried to be patient in the relationship, even though that you're feeling depressed, even though you're not happy, you're trying to still hang on there. I kind of feel that within this month, you will be expressing more of your truth, what you really feel. You're going to see the bigger picture in the situation or relationship that you are in. And sometimes it's not really a good thing when we see the reality of the situation that we are in. And a lot of Aries will be dealing with this. And, I just kind of feel that there is a sense in them that they need to be very careful with the things that they say, with the words that will come out of their mouth, because there is really a likelihood to have some form of arguments towards someone. It could be that for you, you're just wanting to let express all the pent up emotions, frustrations that you have stored within your heart, and because of the situation that you are in. But I kind of feel that being honest with what you feel is okay, but repeating this over and over again, and putting all of this negativity towards the other person again and again throughout the months, weeks, or years is not going to be very beneficial for the two of you, because it is somehow becoming a manipulative factor, as if that you are manipulating them emotionally, or making them feel guilty over something. That's kind of a thing. Or it could be this is something that would be done to you by the other person. It could happen vice versa, as again I do mention that this is just a general reading, so how this may relate to you will be different for a lot of people, for every situations there is. So I kind of feel that you will see that there is great imbalance in the relationship that you have. And, this is really more of you thinking what this relationship is really about for you. Or is this really good for you? Those kinds of things. Is it becoming beneficial for you, or is it becoming very unhealthy and, not good for you anymore? So I kind of feel that this is really more of making you either want to solve the relationship, or making you have the thoughts of leaving the relationship. So I kind of feel that this has been on your mind even for quite some time now, and it will just emphasize more in December. But you need to know, though, it's okay to see and realize that if you are the person who's giving more, or you might be telling yourself that this person is not even making any effort to be with me. Those kinds of things may come into mind, but there is really a sense that you need to understand that the way you love someone will never be the same as this other person feels for you, or how this other person will make effort for you. It's never going to be the same the way you put effort in a relationship, but all at the same time, you also need to see the difference when things are really being unfair now. So, what I really mean to say is that there should be a good judgment, a right judgment in the relationship, because you might feel that I'm giving too much in this relationship and he's not even giving 50% in the relationship. But it really depends on the situation that you both are in. So for me, it's not really a matter of knowing who gives more or who takes more. It's really more of understanding what your situation is with this person and accepting the situation. And if this other person is, obviously fooling around behind your back and those kinds of things, that is something that you need to realize because again, we are at the point wherein there's something you are finding out. It could be your own feelings, it could be about the other person, it could be within the relationship, but there is a truth that you cannot deny anymore because I kind of feel that in the past, you probably have pretended that there's no problem. It could be that, you're telling yourself, nah, things are okay, those kinds of things. It's as if there is no problem when in reality there exactly is a bigger problem in the relationship. So this is the month wherein you will not be able to take a blind eye anymore that things are okay. So there is something that you are seeing clearly. And this is also becoming a challenge for you because everything is out there for you, out in the open. So, again, it depends. Whose truth are you seeing? Are you now being more truth to yourself and the other person cannot accept this? Or you're seeing the true personality and attitude of the person that you thought you wanted, but what you see is quite different from what you thought, what is in your ideal kind of person you wanted to be with. So this is really more of a challenge that it's urging you to make choices, and the challenge is really more about you urging you to put a change in the relationship. But I kind of feel that this is the month we're in, even though all factors are there in front of you, it's not really the time to really make drastic decisions because I kind of feel that, again, it's not really very wise. This is really just a time for you to observe things, to know things, to realize things, but it doesn't mean that you need to make drastic decisions in the relationship because, again, it may not be very beneficial for you because it just says here that there is something in this relationship that you probably are not seeing the positive side anymore. I kind of feel that, you're just at the end of the line here from what I'm picking up. It gives me a feeling that you just cannot see how this relationship is going to work anymore. So you're now being guided or being urged to voice what is truly inside of you. You wanted to, express everything that's inside of you. But I just kind of feel that, expressing yourself, your wants and your needs is one thing, but expressing the negative factors inside of you and your anger, those kinds of things are of a different matter. So, you may need to see the difference in that. So, you will find yourself that I kind of feel that you wanted to fix a situation, a relationship, or whatever you're going through right now, but it's really not working in your pace. It's like you wanted to fix it, you wanted to resolve the situation, you're gonna do drastic actions or decisions, but you will find yourself still stuck on the same old thing. And this is because this is really not the time for you to be very hasty because whatever rashful thinking or decision that you will suddenly be thinking about, this is really more you making decisions based on your impulse. This is really more about your impulsive side and not really thinking more about things before acting upon them. And which is why the biggest message here is really more about you need to be sure of the things that you're doing. and what you're about to do, what you're about to say, what you're about to act on towards someone as well. You need to put your logical side in your mind, because the way I'm seeing it, it's just that it's either you're too emotional or you're too aggressive, you're too angry. That's just the thing that I'm seeing here, I'm picking up. And you're losing that side of being very rational and being logical in the situation. And that's what you need before you actually make any decisions. So it shows here that you are coming to a time wherein you will be very, very emotional, and your intuition is really not going to help you within the month. And this is because a lot of things are muddled up in your mind. It could be because of the emotions that you're going through, but I kind of feel it has a lot to do with insecurities and a lot of worries. And when you are giving yourself in with these kinds of feelings and frustrations, you will be very confused on what your emotions is and what your intuition is truly telling you. So again, it's not really the best time to make a decision for Aries. And it shows here that what you need to know is that you really, really need to stop those negative thinking patterns, because what shows here is that you are focusing more on the negative factor of the situation. It's like you're putting focus on the wrong things. And it's like when you are in a problematic situation, you're focusing on the problem and the possible negative outcome it could lead, instead of you focusing yourself on how can we solve this? What are the factors? What are the facts and information that you need to know to go about this? And where could this possibly lead? It's like you're not having your power in you. It's like, you're just giving in to your fears. And this could be very difficult for you. So, the message here is really more about you need to be careful before you do things that you might regret in your life. It's like, yeah, there could be a time wherein you might tell yourself that, yes, I have successfully done what I have wanted to do in this relationship. I have voiced out what I wanted to say to this person. But the drawback in that kind of action is you and this person um, going in different directions, even though that in the future you'll find yourself wanting to go back towards this person. So it's really not a wise thing to do. It's like as if you're fighting for a chocolate with a baby and eating them in front of them, and then giving them the chocolate wrap or something like that. So it's really kind of a weird kind of thought pattern. I kind of feel that, if there's any decisions that you are going to make, and if you really feel that you are decided in this decision, you need to, you need to think about this and really tell yourself if this is the decision you still want. If you are in a more calm, calm-minded kind of a setup, wherein you're not driven by emotions. Because I kind of feel that whatever decisions that or impulsive things that will come up, it's because of what you're feeling. It could be that something that happened in the past that you cannot let go of, and you really just still want to bring this up in the present. But there are just some things that you need to let go. There are some things that you need to just forgive and forget. And to tell someone what you want, what would make you happy, what you need, It's really a good thing. But again, telling them what you want is okay, but telling them how angry you are or how negative this is for you, you know, that kind of attitude wherein we need to tell the other person on how hurt we are because of this, because of that. Sometimes too much of those is just not going to help them to be with you. And this is really more about you trying to realize that the other person cannot complete you as well. You cannot rely on the other person to make you feel better each and every time. So, you know, you have the power to control your emotions, and that goes with everyone, whether you're an Aries or not. But, you know, this is somehow a message that there is a need for discipline in you. This is more of a lesson that you need to undergo sooner or later in life. So, so again, this is really more of a reality check, but all at the same time, making you more logical in your decisions as well and not being too rashful on it. So, yeah, I hope that you find this reading insightful, and I do hope that it could be helpful for some of you guys who might be undergoing the same thing. It may resonate or may not resonate with you. Please do know that this is a general reading. And if you do want a personal reading with me, please do contact me on the details below this video, as my website will be there and it will show you how to reach me. And I'll see you again next year. Thank you.